So I chose this show because I'm always looking to challenge my students, whether that be on or off the stage. And Gypsy is such a wonderful story. I'm always looking at great stories and wonderful messages. And I knew that with Gypsy, so many times in musicals we focus on the dance and the music. And with Gypsy, you can't get a better story, and the script is just absolutely brilliant. A lot of musical theater fans would say it is the best book of a musical out there, because it could stand alone by itself. Although Stephen Sondheim's lyrics and Stein's melodies are beautiful, and they really put it all together in the show, the script could stand alone and it could be a wonderful play. So I wanted to find a show that would challenge my actors and really take them to that next level with their acting. And I feel like Gypsy is such a great show to do that. I also chose it because I have a wonderful group of upperclassmen, seniors and juniors, who I knew could take on this heavy material and do it in a way that would be great for them to explore and discover. And it has been just an absolute joy and thrill to put on this show. And they've done such a great job with it. And I'm really excited for you guys to see what we've been able to do with it. My concept for the show, as far as scenic design, I wanted it to have a very intimate kind of feel. So we have a lot of different leg travelers and backdrops that are used in the show because they go to so many different locations. So the overall theme was I wanted it to feel like that old school 1920s, 30s vaudeville, Broadway theater style, back behind the scenes, backstage. So it's a lot of brick and rustic looking bricks on the stage, and I wanted it to feel very intimate. The challenge, though, is Gypsy does have many intimate moments, but it also has so many grand and just over the top moments. So it was trying to find that balance and making it where we could have enough storage to store everything, and B, to make it where it was seamless and smooth for all the transitions in the show. So I would say, as far as challenges that we have faced in the rehearsal process and in general at Houston County High School, is we do share our theater with a lot of other events in the school. They're places because our theater is booked for a lot of different events. So I think that was a big challenge to begin with. We rehearsed the show in about 7 weeks, but we really hit it hard the last 4 weeks of that 7-week process. So it has been very challenging for the students, but they come in every day like sponges and they're ready to just absorb everything I kind of throw at them. And I'm a really big person on letting the actors find their own choices and letting the actors find their journey of the character. I ultimately know what I want, but it's really fun to explore and see what they want and see what they bring to the table with their characters, so that we can kind of find what story we want to tell, and it's our own version of it. Because Gypsy's been around for so long and there's been so many wonderful productions, so how can we put our stamp on it? And that's what I really, really am proud of with our show, because I feel like we have done that. There's something for everyone in this show. Ultimately, to me, the show is about family. And if you look at this very dysfunctional family that is Rose, Louise, Herbie, June, you can find someone in those group of family members that you can relate to. There's always going to be one of those people in your family or anyone that you know in real life. And so I think that has been just a joy to watch the students be able to explore their characters and really dive into these characters and be immersed in this world of the play.
A perfect team.
Now this way, Louise.
Together, wherever, together, wherever we go. Yeah.
Funny. Why? Well, you're never jealous. Oh, well, I don't have any talent, and I don't mind really, except Mama would like it better if I did. I guess that's what Mama likes about me. And never gets carried away. Oh, Mama. Oh, Mama. Oh, Mama. Get married today.
As far as read-throughs and the rehearsal process itself, we started off where we just read the text like it was a play. Even all the lyrics and the song lyrics, we just read it all like it was a play. Because I felt that that was very important with a show like Gypsy. There's not a lot of fluff and there's not a lot of, fillers. Everything in this musical is important, and that's why I think it's the best book, the best music, the best score. Everything about it is purposeful and important. So it really took a long time to really dissect each scene and each beat and figuring out, why are my characters doing this, and what do they want from each other, and what are they trying to get from each other. And so it was a lot of just exploring and fun. And so I feel like with this show like this, I'm very, very blessed with the students I have, and for them to be able just to explore these characters and really just dive into these characters and not be afraid to fail. I think that has been just the best part about it, is seeing how they are just fearless. I'm sure there's a little fear in the back of their mind sometimes, but they're definitely willing to just go with whatever I throw their way.
One of my proudest moments in the show was in the dressing room scene with Louise and Rose, my scene partner, and when we were finally able to get through it, not the first time, but the first time we really felt for each other, and I really felt myself not just acting, but being Rose in that moment and being in her head, and that vulnerability and anger and everything just pouring out of me, and same with my partner. It just, when combined, I didn't think it was possible to have such a strong reaction. Acting is out. I never thought I would have the chance, so when it finally did happen, we were both in it, we were both crying. I was really proud. That was a good moment for me, and like, I feel like a sign of growth from where I used to be.
I am the Gypsy Rose Lee, with your dirty pictures revolved.
Oh, mother, your breast egg, and your maids, and your fancy friends, and your fancy parties.
They happen.
And your loud-mouthed mother, and invited to those parties. They love it.
They do! Don't you think I don't know that's one reason why you don't want me backstage? So I won't hear them laugh. Well, it's them you ought to keep out, not me! Do you know what you are to them? Do you know? A circus freak. This year's not.
The biggest obstacle for me, like, when it came to Louise, was probably just figuring out like her growth throughout the show. Because like in the beginning, she starts off as like the weakest character, and at the end, like by the end of the show, she's the strongest and just has all this confidence. And so I'm usually cast as like the innocent character, like who just is kind of shy and quiet. So that part of Louise just came kind of easier to me. And then finding that like pivotal moment where she like just kind of grows out of that and like realizes like how like great that she really is, and like that was probably my biggest challenge, just to kind of get to that point where she's like really confident in herself.
Me, from Seattle, me with no education, me with no talent, as you've kept reminding me my whole life. Well, look at me now, a star, and I love it. I love every second of it. I'll be damned if you're gonna take that away
And I
from
think
me.
that has been a joy as a director, to be able to just see them be free and living truthfully through their imaginary circumstances. So it's been a really great joy to see this show come together. And we really, really hope you enjoy it.